Hey, my Starseeds. So, what is a starseed? I want to talk about this. From my perspective, as someone who identifies this way and knows many others who do, a starseed is a being who feels like their soul has roots beyond just Earth. It can feel like you came here from somewhere different. And when you arrive here in a human body, there is this profound sense of forgetting and at the same time a pull to remember. Because Earth can feel confusing, heavy and dense and painful, especially if deep in your soul you carry a sense of love, of unity, harmony, purity that isn't always reflected here. So you may feel like you don't belong, you're sensitive to the intensity of this world, you've always questioned how things are done here, because this place just doesn't make any sense. And you know you're here for something more, even if you don't have words for that yet. So for many starseeds, that something more is a kind of mission. A mission to heal yourself, to heal your lineage, the patterns and pain that move through families, the density, pain, hurt, burden, and also to help others awaken, to bring more awareness, compassion, and consciousness into the world. But here's the challenge. You can feel that calling and still have no idea what it actually looks like in your life. That's been a big part of my journey. And what started to shift things for me was following the quiet pull of my soul, even when it didn't make any logical sense. And for me, that pull was towards the stars. I mean, I would like to just lay on the grass and look up at the night sky, and I just knew that was home. I knew that was home. And so you might have had that experience too. And I would also look up at the stars and I felt homesick for a place I couldn't name. I just knew it was. And when I started talking to others on a spiritual path, I realized I wasn't the only one that felt like that way. A lot of us felt that way. So I began exploring my connection to what I call cosmic origins. And as I did that, something changed. I began to remember, and I started to access deeper parts of myself, gifts, clarity, a stronger sense of purpose. And maybe most importantly, I started to feel a sense of belonging on Earth I had never felt before. Because if you're here in a body, then on some level you chose to be here. And that means you do belong here. You're not here by accident, you're here for a reason. Every one of us is here for a reason. So this is why I created something called Cosmic Connections. And this is my third immersion that I'm putting on, and it's a space to explore all of who you are. Not just your human experience, that's important, but also the deeper parts of your identity and your path from the stars and merge them together as one. So if there's something in you that feels curious or even just a quiet yes or oh my gosh, I just know that I come from the stars, follow that. And you might find here that this might be the next step in remembering who you are. Because for me, what happened is I started to connect my galactic origins and bringing the two together, where I'm the bridge between the stars, the cosmos, and Earth. And when I connected to my various cosmic origins, I gained access to all of my gifts from being Pleiadian, Arcturian, Venusian, part of the blue avians, the golden mantis beings, all these different beings. I started to be able to remember and access those gifts, bring them online in real time here, which also helps me in my purpose work. And I just found a sense of belonging that was missing for me. And it was that cured my feeling of homesick, being homesick, and not wanting to be here. If this is speaking to you, I invite you to this immersion. It might be the missing piece that you've been looking for, or it just might be fun to explore and activate more of the gifts that are just waiting within you to be like, we need to turn those little light switches on. So check the comments for the link, and I invite you to come play with me in the stars.